This is Donald Trump's worst nightmare, the FIFA World Cup, which is set to take place in just a few weeks in the United States, also in Canada and Mexico. It's turning out to be a massive disaster. Donald Trump and Gianni Infantino, who's the president of FIFA.
It's next conquest. We're doing this again? He talks about war like he's bragging about women with Billy Bush. This is not something we're... And in case you're wondering, America is back. That's right, just like the McRib.
Donald Trump seems to be in another public meltdown, and this time it comes after weeks of relentless criticism from Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel on live television. What makes the whole situation even more damaging for him is that every time he fires back with an angry response, he ends up reinforcing the exact image they're mocking. Instead of shutting down the criticism, his reactions keep drawing more attention to it, turning what might have faded away into an even bigger story and making it harder for him to escape the spotlight.
F you, because that's what it is. Formal peace talks are expected to begin on Saturday in Pakistan. The United States will be represented in these talks by J.D. Vance, Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner. Trump sent Jared so he could have some alone time with Ivanka over the weekend.
Both hosts were hitting the same weak spots at the exact same time, and that's a big reason the criticism started gaining so much attention. They focused on Trump's fixation with revenge, his often chaotic messaging, his constant social media outbursts, and the way he tends to turn almost every criticism into a personal battle. Jimmy Kimmel went after Trump's comments about Iran, his aggressive rhetoric, his endless posting sprees, and his repeated demands that critics face consequences whenever they make him look bad in public. Stephen Colbert took a different approach, highlighting what he saw as contradictions surrounding Trump's White House ballroom project while also drawing attention to his focus on image and appearance during major international issues. Together, those criticisms fueled a growing perception that Trump is more concerned with spectacle and public image than with leadership itself.
Is because he was the guy in charge of brokering peace between Israel and Palestine a few years back, and that turned out great. Trump is funny because he keeps claiming we won this easily, we won it, but he's furious with our allies in NATO for not jumping in to help open the strait. He had a 2-hour chat with the head of NATO yesterday that did not go well, according to the people.
The situation really blew up when Trump publicly called on ABC and Disney to fire Jimmy Kimmel after Kimmel made jokes about the age difference between Trump and Melania. What could have been just another late-night comedy moment quickly turned into a much bigger controversy, as Trump's response drew even more attention to the joke and sparked a fresh wave of discussion. Instead of making the issue disappear, his reaction pushed it back into the spotlight and gave critics even more reason to keep talking about it.
She was shooting me to let me know the president gave me another shout-out today.
What's that?
Donald Trump wants you fired again.
I haven't even been fired once. How can I be fired again?
It's ABC Fake News Network firing seriously unfunny Jimmy Kimmel, who incompetently presides over one of the lowest-rated shows on television. People are angry. It better be soon.
Trump quickly treated the joke like it was some kind of serious attack, launching into angry posts online, calling Kimmel untalented, and demanding that there be consequences. Instead of brushing it off and moving on, he escalated the situation and turned a simple joke into a much bigger story. In fact, his reaction became the story. And that's the one thing late-night television understands better than almost anyone. Trump has managed to survive scandals, lawsuits, investigations, and endless political drama, but mockery seems to affect him in a completely different way. Comedy has a way of cutting through the performance, turning dramatic speeches into punchlines and exposing contradictions almost instantly. That's exactly what Kimmel and Colbert have been doing. They've taken Trump's own words, posts, and actions and boiled them down into moments that millions of people can immediately understand. One day he's talking tough about military action while presenting himself as a peacemaker. The next, he's supporting a massive ballroom project while criticizing government spending. Then he's online in the middle of the night attacking comedians for making jokes about him. Kimmel and Colbert didn't create those contradictions, they simply held them up for everyone to see. And in doing so, they made Trump appear smaller, more defensive, and more insecure than the image he works so hard to project. That's why he keeps striking back. Every monologue chips away at the strongman image that plays such a big role in his political identity. The irony is that instead of slowing the criticism down, he keeps fueling it himself. Every angry social media post becomes another segment. Every demand to fire a comedian becomes another headline. Every emotional rant creates fresh material for late-night television. Kimmel has repeatedly pointed out how Trump treats jokes as if they're national crises while publicly presenting himself as tougher than everyone else. Colbert, meanwhile, has focused on the broader picture, portraying Trump as someone driven more by ego, personal grudges, and image than by stability or leadership. Together, they've built a narrative that keeps following him because it's rooted in his own actions. And the biggest irony of all is that his responses may now be causing more damage than the jokes ever could. If he had ignored them, most of these stories would have disappeared within a day, but instead he keeps giving them new life every time he reacts.